So we saved. Now we'll start working on the macros. So first thing is I was talking about clearing the data. So I'll go here, say WKS clear. I'm just trying to rename. Then I'll say Alt F11, then F4 net. Fine. So we'll create one module, insert a module, F4 mod underscore clear. Okay. So first we'll create one small table here. Just say yes, just make one table and then I format it. Then let me change the font and I will disable this grid line. See, okay. So I have a table like this. Now what we'll do, we'll try to delete this data here. That is from K5 to K15. Say Alt F11. Say sub clear data. Now I'll say clear. So what we're trying to do is just try to clear this data. That is K5 to K15. I'll say WKS clear dot range of K5 to K15 dot clear. I'm just giving it as clear. Now if I execute this, see this range, say FI complete data with formats will get cleared. Let me copy this again and I'll put it here. I'll run the same code, but this time I'll not use clear, I'll use clear contents. Say sub clear data, I'll say clear contents. What this clear content will do is, let me copy the same thing and I'll put it here. Say instead of clear, I'll say clear contents. Now if I execute, say fi, see only the data is cleared. In the previous program, when I say clear, it will clear the complete data. But when I'm using this clear contents, it will clear only the contents. This will clear the formats as well as the data. Next, suppose I have some link. Let me give some link. Say we'll create some sheets here. So I'll create one link which will take me to other sheet. See, imagine there are so many links like this. I'll just copy and paste the same thing. Say in my table there are so many links. I want to clear these links. I don't want these links to be there in my table. So for that, we'll go here, say sub clear data underscore clear hyperlinks. Say WKS clear dot range of, say from D5 till K15. I'll say D5 to K15 dot clear hyperlinks. Now if I execute, see all the links will get cleared. There are no links now, but the format remains as is. How to eliminate this, how to change the format? So what I'll do, let me just copy this and put it somewhere here. Remember in our previous session we learned about copy and paste as formats. The same thing we can use here as well. So what we'll do, let me just copy this and I'll say I'll format. After clear hyperlinks, what I'll do is I'll copy this format and then I'll paste it in this table. Say WKS clear dot range of, say D2 to K2 dot copy. Then I'll say WKS clear range of from here, that is D5 to K15. Say D5 to K15 dot paste special. Now I need to paste what? Only the formats. I'll say formats. Let me execute this. See, it will clear the links and it will paste the formats. Fine. Next, suppose if I have comments, let me go to this review and I'll put some comments here. Say new comment. Let me copy this and I'll paste it in many places like this. See, let's assume that in a table I have so many comments. I want to clear this. What I'll do, I'll write a code for this. A very simple code. Say sub clear score clear comments. Double case clear dot range of, I'll take the whole table, that is K5 to K15 dot clear. Just go here, see I have this clear comments, and then see here all the comments are available. Now if I execute this, say Fi, see complete comments will get cleared. So this will be very useful when you go to this. This clear is very useful when you are actually cleaning the data. That is, if you want to clear some data or say clear some contents or hyperlinks or any of the comments, then I can use these codes. Okay, in this table, whatever is there, I can just try to clear. So this clear is actually used to just clear your say contents or data or whatever, right? Okay. Next we'll see how we can select this range. Now if you go and check this, I was using D5 to K15. I was hard coding this. See, what if the data get increased like this? Let's say my data will get increased. And now if I'm having some comments here, let me put some comment here. See, I'm having comment somewhere in the bottom like this here, or some hyperlinks or whatever. See, now if I execute this program, this will execute till K15 only. See, till here only it will clear. Let me run this and show you. Clear comments. See, what about these? If you want to clear that, again I have to go here and change the range here or the address. Instead, what we can do is, there is something called as current region or used range. Okay, so we'll try to understand this. Go here, insert, say module F4, say mod underscore, let's make it a selection. Now first we'll see how to select this complete table. Okay, say sub select table, wks clear dot range of, I'll say D5 to K26 dot select. This is one way of selecting. F5, see, it will select. But as I told you, this should be dynamic. If you go and check this, see, this D5 to K26, if again it gets increased, if again something gets increased, it will select till D5 to D26 only. See, I have some more, that is till 34. If I run this, it will select till D26 only. So what I need, as and when the data get increased, it should keep getting selected automatically. So for that, what we'll do is, let me copy this and I'll put it here. Instead of D5 to K26, what I'll do is just change the program name here. First, take the first cell where the table starts, and then we'll say dot current region dot select. When I say current region, that means till wherever the data is there in that table, it will select. See, let me go here. I'll say Fi. See, the entire table gets selected. Okay. Now let me add some more data. Copy this and I'll paste here. See, data is still 45. Now if I execute this program, it will select till 26 only. See, But if I go here, if I select this, see, it is selecting up to 45. Fine. Next, suppose I have some data like this. Let me take some more data and I'll put it here. And I'll put one more table here and one more table here. Now I have different tables here. See, here on table I have, here on table, here on table, and here on table. I want to select all these tables. If I use this current region and say fi, so what will happen is it will select only this region. That is, there is no connection between this table or any other tables. They're all separate. But if you want to select complete, say wherever the data is, till wherever the data is there in that sheet, then what I'll do, I'll go here, sub select table, I'll say used range. So how to use this? WKS clear dot. Now we should not give range. I'll say dot used range dot select. Now let me run this. Say F5. See, it will select the entire range till wherever I have used the data. That is the sheet. Till wherever I've used that sheet, I'll be able to select this. Now, why is this? When I use current region, it's not selecting. Let's go here. Let me just delete some data here. Say, now this is a separate table, this is a separate table, there is no connection between this. Now if I run this d5.current region, let me run this. See, it will select till here only, it will not select this because there is no connection between this table and this table. There is a break here. That means current region will select only the data till wherever it is there. If there is a blank row or a blank column, it will not select. Now let's go and have one connection here. Just, can you see this? Only one data is there, and there is a connection between these table. Now if I say d5 and if I execute this current region, see, it will get selected like this. That means if I want to select current region, there should be some link here like this. Otherwise, it will not get selected. Right? Used range, what it will do? It will select the entire range till wherever I have used the data. But what if I want to select the entire sheet? Then I'll be using like this. Say sub select sheet. Say, I'll say WKS clear dot cells dot select. Now if I run this, see, entire sheet is selected. Fine. Let's go back. Let me save this. Now I've used here select to select the range or say the sheet or whatever. But where this can be used, I'll show you. You learned about how to copy and paste. You learned about how to clear the data, or we have learned so many other things wherein I'll be using the range. Now let's say I want to copy this table, only this table, and paste it somewhere. What I'll do, I'll go here, say sub copy data underscore current region. Say WKS clear dot range of, we'll copy from here, say d5 dot, then we'll say current region dot com. See, here I use the same code for selecting, here I'm using it for copying. Now if I run this, see, this range got copied. Now let's say I want to paste it here. Let me rename this as WKS report. Go back here, I'll say 4, copy this, paste. Now I want to paste this data, say WKS report dot range of d5 dot paste special. Now you can decide whether I want to copy just like that or say paste only the values. Let me go here and say paste as values. Now if I run this, see, copied and pasted here. Let's go back. I want to copy even the comments. Then what should I do? Then I'll remove this paste special as values only, paste special, run this, go here, see, even the comments got copied. Fine, let's go back. Now I want to copy all this used range till wherever the data is used. We'll go back. Sub copy data underscore, I'll say used range, wks clear dot used range dot copy. See, same thing here, used range dot select, I'm using used range dot copy. Then I'll say wks report dot range of say t5 dot paste special. Now let me execute this. See, it will copy this range and it will paste here. Entire thing got pasted here. Now let's go here. I'll show you one more example. Here what I'll do, I will take a different table now. Say I have some table like this. Now I want only this data, whatever is there, to be copied and pasted here. Rest all should not be there. This one I don't want to, because I have a new data which has to be updated in this sheet, but I don't want these data. Let me go here and I'll try to run the program. I'll say sub copy data store, I'll say current region. Now just observe here, I'm taking the same code, I'll paste it here. What this will do, it will copy this range, it will copy this range and it is pasting here. But my intention was only this data has to be copied. This data should not be there. Now let me run this program and see. Can you see that this table got updated? Can you see till here? But can you see here, I have some extra data here, some data here, some data here as well. I don't want this data. I want this data to be pasted such a way that only this table has to be pasted. So in that case, what should I do? That is where this clear will come into picture. So how to do that? Let me go here. I'll say wks clear dot, if you want to clear the entire say sheet, can you see this? Go here, I'll say cells dot clear. Can you see here, I used wks cells, here I used for select, that is entire sheet I selected, right? Similarly here I'm using it for clear. Now let me run this. Sorry. Oh, I should have used report. 1 minute, let me just copy this. Copy this. I'll paste it here. Okay, so if you want to paste that, so what I'll do, if I run this, see, all the data is cleared, complete data is cleared, only this range whatever is there, this will be copied and pasted. Let me delete this as well. Now see, I want to copy, see here there were some 3 extra rows here. Now I want to copy and paste such a way that, let me delete some more, I want to copy till 20 only. Now if you see here, I have data till 27 or something. With that I have this 3 extra rows. So what I'll do, if I go and run this program, see, till wherever the data is there, only that will be copied and pasted. So you can use this current region for either copying or clearing or anything. So if you want to copy the entire sheet and paste, then what I'll do, I'll say sub copy data, say entire sheet, then I'll say wks clear dot cells dot copy. See here, I use this for selecting, Then here I use this for clearing. Now I'm using it for copying. So where will I paste? I'll say WKS report dot range of A1 dot paste special. Let me run this. See, it copied the entire sheet and it pasted here. Guys, let me go back and I'll explain one more thing. Here, when I'm copying, say used range, I pasted it in D5. But when I'm copying the entire cells, I'm using A1. The difference between these two is when I say used range, it is just copying only this range. That means if I'm pasting here, still I have the capacity of the sheet to hold whatever I'm copying. But when I'm actually copying the entire sheet, let me go here. If I copy the entire sheet like this, if I'm trying to paste somewhere here, so what will happen? The capacity of the entire sheet might not match with the number of rows and columns if I'm pasting it here. See, I'll paste it here. It'll throw error. Say to copy all cells from another worksheet to this worksheet, make sure you paste them into first cell. That means I have to paste it from here because the number of cells what I've copied and the number of cells what I'm pasting here, it should match. Otherwise, it will throw error. For that reason, we have to copy this. If I'm copying this with the entire sheet, then I need to give from A1. Okay, but if you're using used range or current region, so then you don't have to bother. You can paste it anywhere you want. When you can use this customized address. But when I'm actually using cells, the entire sheet, then I have to use A1. Okay, so any doubts in this? If you have any doubts, let me know. If not, then I'll proceed. Ask me if you have any doubts.
Uh,
Just tell me. Chitra, go ahead.
okay. So actually, in clear content, you use no
1 minute. I'll go to that code. Yes. Tell me.
clear hyperlink or any clear comment. Instead, why we are not using delete comment or delete hyperlink?
Okay. There is no such commands or say functions which has been given in say VBA. Okay. So these are actually inbuilt functions. This we call it as methods. Okay, and properties. These are called as methods. Methods. See what will happen. There are few actions which they have given. Okay. Now let's say if you're speaking to your friend, so there is a common language what you should have, right? Correct.
Yeah.
So when you're speaking in your own language, there are some grammars or there are some a few things which you communicate with them and they'll understand. So if you're using
Mm-hmm.
something which is not understandable, so what will happen? They'll also not understand. You're also not knowing that what I'm actually speaking. So same way here, all these say clear hyperlinks or say clear content. These are all inbuilt say commands or we call it as methods. So now let me go here. Let me show you one more. Say clear data. Say test. Here I say WKS clear dot range. Let's say A1. If I say dot, can you see this? I'm getting so many options here. So what will
Okay.
happen? Say for this range, what all things can happen here? Say for example, if you want to clear, say I'll give clear. See, I can clear all these things. Whatever options are there, these are the options available. Now if I say delete, so dot delete. See, I have only delete. So here I can use delete. Here I can use delete. But what will happen? It will delete that range itself. So it will
Okay.
not clear. So my
Yeah.
intention is to clear. That means I have to clear that. So for that, the code what they have written is clear contents or clear hyperlinks. So it is not that you who can decide. Okay, I'll give it as delete or something. It is given by the Microsoft or say the by VBA itself, wherein I have these functions which I can use it.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, these are all inbuilt. Any other
Okay.
doubts?
Thank you.
Sure. Any other doubts? Deepak, proceed.
No, sir.
No doubts? Okay, very good. So shall we proceed? Right. Next is we'll see how we can insert sheets. That's also very important because when I'm actually working on some automations or some projects, I need to insert some sheets and you have to delete the sheets. Is this topic over? Inserting sheets, deleting sheets?
No, sir.
No. Okay, very good. How to insert sheets? Let's learn. Say I'll insert one module. Say F4 mod underscore insert delete rename sheets. Okay, so here we'll learn how to insert, delete and renaming the sheets. Sub say insert sheet. How to insert sheet? It's a very simple code. Just say sheets dot add. That's all. Now just observe, I'm in this sheet. I activated WKS report. Now if I execute this, see, it'll get inserted before the active sheet. Now what you see here is the active sheet. If I go and click on this, this is active sheet. If you go and click on this, this is active sheet. Now this code, what it will do is sheets.add. If I go and click on this, it will insert a sheet before the activated sheet. Now let's say I am in sheet 3 and if I run this, see, it will get inserted before that, before the active sheet. But I want the sheets to be inserted after this sheet, after the activated sheets. I'll go here, sub insert sheet, I'll say after. Say sheets dot add. This is the code, but I want after the activated sheet. Say after colon equals. I have to specify which sheet. I'll say active sheet. When I say active sheet, see, I am activating this sheet. Say sheet 4 is activated. Now if I run this, say F5, see, the sheet got inserted after this. Let's go back. I can also insert sheet, say sub insert sheet after, say, sheet name. I can specify a sheet name. If I go here and if I use this active sheet, wherever I'm activating the sheet, after that it will get inserted. But what if I want to give a specific name? Let's say, for example, I want to insert a sheet after sheet 3. So I can be anywhere, but the sheet should get inserted after the sheet 3. Then what I'll do, I'll say sheets dot add and I'll say after. Now I'll give the sheet name, say after sheet 3. Now in this case, I don't have to be somewhere here only, the specific sheet. If you want to insert, see this sheet, whatever I'm trying to insert now, it will get inserted after this sheet 3. Even if I'm here, see sheet 3 and we have this WKS report, I have activated WKS clear. Now let's say F5, see a sheet got inserted in between sheet 3 and report. Fine. This is by sheet name. Let's say I'll insert by sheet index. Copy this. I'll say sheet index. Now I'll remove this. I'll mention it as 3. Now if you go and check this, say 1, 2, 3. Now you be wherever. It will insert the sheet after this sheet 3, that is 1, 2, 3, after this only. Let me execute this. See, a sheet got inserted after 1, 2, 3. Now if you say this one after sheet 3, let the sheet 3 be anywhere. Say for example, if the sheet 3 is in the beginning, see, if I run this, a sheet will get inserted after this. That means irrespective of the location, so wherever it is, say I'll keep it here. If I run that code, it will insert after this. But if you check this one, this code sheet 3, it will always insert after this sheet 3. Say 1, 2, 3, after this only it will insert. If you go to this active sheet, wherever the active sheet is there, so after that only the sheets are inserted. Okay, you have to decide which one I have to use, whether I have to use active sheet or by sheet name or by sheet index. Active sheet is used when I'm trying to insert a sheet after which I've activated the sheet. Sheet name is used with a specific sheet name which has to be inserted after the sheet name. Suppose if you want to insert in a specific place, say here, then I can use sheet, say index number. This is for inserting single sheets. What if I want to insert multiple sheets? Then I'll go here, say sub insert sheet, and I'll say multiple sheet. For inserting, I can use any of these, right? Now what I'll do, I'll say sheets.add. Here what I'll do, I have to decide whether it should be inserted after some sheet or the specific location or with the activate sheet. Let's say I'll insert after sheet 3. I'll copy this and I'll say after sheet 3, but I'll say count equals, and I specify the number of sheets I need to insert. I'll say count 3. Now if I run this, after the sheet 3, 3 sheets will be inserted. Let me run this. See, 1 2 3, 3 sheets got insert. Let's go back. If you want to insert sheet after this activated sheet, say for example after this WKS report, then I can specify this active sheet. If I specify this active sheet here instead of sheet 3, if I run this, see, observe, see, after this WKS report 1 2 3 sheets got inserted. If I specify sheet name, then wherever the sheet name is there, say WKS or say sheet 3, wherever it is there is the sheet 3. See, after this sheet 3, 3 sheets will be inserted. So you can increase this number or decrease. So if you want, you can put 1 2 3, how many ever you want you can give, but by default this will be 1. Okay, so let me make it as sheet 3. Save this. This is for inserting. Now coming to this deleting, let's see how we can delete the sheet. Again, deleting can happen by active sheet, by sheet name, or by sheet index number. Say sub, say delete sheet. Now I have to specify the sheet, which sheet I'm deleting. Let's say for example I want to delete this sheet. I'll say active sheet dot delete. Now let's say fi, can you see this sheet 14? I'll say fi, that sheet got deleted. Now if I run this again, see the active sheet, whichever is activated now, that will get deleted. So I can keep on pressing the sheet so that the sheet which is activated will be deleted. Next, I'll mention it as active sheet. Next one, let's say I want to delete a specific sheet by its sheet name. Sub delete sheet, say sheet name, sheets of, let me take this sheet 12 dot delete. I'm saying sheets of sheet 12 dot delete. That means you be anywhere, the sheet 12 will get deleted. See, run this. See, sheet 12 got deleted. Now if I run this program again, see, it will not execute because sheet 12 is not available here. Right. Next one, say sub delete sheet. I'll say by sheet index. This is by sheet index number. So let the sheet be anywhere, but it will go and select the specific sheet index number I've given, and then it will delete the sheet. Say sheets of, I'll say 3 dot delete. Say now 1 2 3. So this sheet 4 will get deleted. See, if I see, now again if I run this program, this 1 2 3 sheet 11 will get deleted. See, Let it be any sheet. Say for example, I'll go and I'll take this sheet 3 and I'll put it here in third place. This sheet will get deleted when I'm running this. But this one, this is specific sheet. If it is there, then only it will delete. Active sheet. If I'm activating something, whichever sheet is activated, then it will get deleted. Fine. But guys, when I'm actually deleting, there is some message just popping up. Let's go here and I'll say, if I say, there is one message it is coming, say Microsoft Excel will permanently delete this sheet. Do you want to continue? If I say delete, then only it will get deleted. But I don't want that message to appear. I want to disable that message. So if you want to do that, let me copy this. I'll put it here. Let's say I want to delete this active sheet. So before that, I'll say application dot display alerts equals false. Now let me execute this. See, previously, so if I execute this program, any of these programs, I was getting that message. Now I've given one code that is display alerts equals false. If I say fi, see, it got deleted, but still I didn't get any message. Let me select this again. I'll say fi, see, that sheet got deleted, but I didn't get the message. Now let me comment this, and then if I run this, let me go here and say fi, see, I'll get this message. If I say cancel, the sheet will not get deleted. Now if I go here and enable this, say fi, see, that sheet got deleted. Okay, so you should be very careful while using this delete sheet, because Control Z will not work. Once it is deleted, the entire sheet is gone. Okay, if you are using these kind of codes, say delete, then what you do is have a backup so that you'll not be losing your data if you're deleting that sheet, right? Okay. Next is how to rename the sheets. I want to rename. Let's say this sheet 8, I want to rename. Again, you can use active sheet, sheet index number, or sheet name to rename the sheets as well. Let me go here. Let's say sub rename sheet, that is active sheet. Say active sheet dot name equals, say, new name. I'm just trying to rename this active sheet to new name. Let me run this. F5. Can you see this? Now if I'm activating the same sheet and if I'm running the code, it will run. But if I'm activating some other sheet, let's say sheet 9, now if I try to run this program, it will not run. It says that name is already taken, try a different name. That means this new name has already been taken by some other sheet. So this sheet 9 cannot be renamed as new name. Now let me go back to this new name. Now if I run this again, see, it will rename, because it is trying to rename the same sheet. So there is no other sheet with this name. So this will get executed. But if you're in other sheet, you cannot rename that, because two sheets cannot have same name. Next, sub rename sheet. I'll say sheet name. I want to rename the sheet 9. Sheets of sheet 9 dot name equals, I'll say name changed. Let me run this. See, sheet 9, the name got changed. Now if you go back and run this program, this will not run, because the sheet 9 is not available anywhere here. Let's go back. I'll try to use sub rename sheet by sheet index. Now let me go here and I'll try to rename by sheet index number. That is 1, 2, 3. Third sheet. Copy this. And here I'll say sheets of 3 dot name. Say sheet index. This third sheet, say fi. See, third sheet will get renamed as sheet index. Now let me move any other sheet to third sheet, and if I try to rename this, it will not rename because the name has already been given to it. Right. So we understood how to rename, delete, and insert. Let's see how we can combine this, how to insert a sheet and immediately rename it. Sub insert rename sheet. Try to insert a new sheet. So for that, what we should do, sheets dot add, and if you want to give, say, after any sheets, let's say I'll insert after this third sheet, I'll give it as sheets of 3. So new sheet will be inserted immediately. Once it is inserted, it will be active sheet. I'll say active sheet dot name equals new sheet 1. Now let me run this. See, a sheet got inserted and it got renamed as new sheet 1. Now again, if I run this program, it will throw error. See, name has already been taken. Say enter, because this new sheet 1 is already taken. But what it will do, it will execute this program, this code. It will insert a sheet, but it will not rename. See, sheet got inserted, but it is not renamed. How to avoid this? So what we'll do is we'll see a concept called as counting the sheets. So what is this counting the sheets? Let me go here. Sub insert sheet by sheet count. Let's say I want to insert a sheet in the end, say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So I can specify insert the sheet after this name, that is name changed, or I'll say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 after this 7th sheet. But what if I'm writing a code like this, say sheets of 7 dot add. It is sheets dot add after sheets of 7. If I give like this, what will happen? If I run this, it will insert here. Now again, if I run this program, so what will happen? It will insert after this, not in the last sheet. My program should be, it should insert a sheet in the end, always the last sheet. So for that, what I'll do, instead of this specific number, I'll say sheets dot count. Now when I say sheets dot count, see F5, see it'll insert in the end. Again, let's say F5, see it'll insert in the end. Fine. How can we use this for renaming the sheets? Let's go here. I'll say active sheet dot name equals new sheet. Let me run this. It is inserting a sheet, it is naming the sheet. Now suppose if I run this again, it will not rename because new sheet has been already taken in this sheet here. But how to make it dynamic? What I'll do, I will say ampersand sheets dot count. See, when I say sheets dot count and if I say fi, so what will happen? Sheet dot count, it will count the number of sheets and it will attach a number here. That is, it is appending a number here. Let me go here and I'll say fi, see sheets of 13. Now if I insert fi, see that will become sheets of 14. So what's happening here? It will count the sheets, that is by the number. It is just adding the number here. That means I'm getting a unique number every time. So next it will become sheet 15. See, like this. So this is how I can use sheets.count for inserting and renaming the sheets. So suppose if you want to delete, say sub delete sheet, say by sheet count. I want to delete the last sheet every time. So what I'll do, I'll say sheets of sheets dot count dot delete. Then I can give this code application dot display alerts equals false. Now let me run this. See here, I have this sheet 15. Run this. See, last sheet got deleted. Now again, if I run this, sheet 14 will get deleted. Again, if I run this, see, the last sheet will be keep getting deleted. See, like this. So I can delete, say, this sheet, new sheet. See, that also got deleted. So likewise, I can use this sheets.count for deleting the sheets that is in the end. So sheets.count will count the number of sheets, the total number of sheets in the workbook. Okay, this is for inserting, deleting, renaming of the sheets, and we saw how we can insert, delete. One is by active sheet, sheet name, sheet index number. So this can be applied for all these three functions: insert, delete, and rename. And we also learned about how to use this application dot display dot alerts equals false, which will actually disable the message what I'm getting while deleting. Then we learned about the sheets.count, which will help me in counting the number of sheets in that particular workbook. Okay, and things to take care here is I cannot rename two different sheets with the same name, so I should be very careful while renaming it. And one more thing is, if I'm actually deleting the sheets, make sure that you are trying to delete the right sheet. If you are deleting a sheet which is actually critical, or say which is required, and again you'll not get the data, so what you have to do is make a backup of it and then try to delete the sheets, right? Okay, so one more topic, we'll do it and then we'll end the session. What is that? How to work on the cells. So mod, say, let's take, let me delete all these other sheets, just checking if they are required. No, say delete. Fine, I have one table here. I want to make the font bold. So here anyways, now I know about the current region or say used range. Say I want to make the entire table bold. Sub change font, I'll say bold. Say WKS clear dot range of. If you want only one cell, then I'll say d5 dot font dot bold equals true. If I run this, where is d5? So, sorry, it's d6. Run this. See, only this cell got bold. Now what if I want to do this for entire table itself? Then what I'll do, I'll go here, make it as entire table. Here I'll make it as cell, so that it will be easy for you to understand. Here what should I do? I'll say dot current region. See, the difference between this and this is here I have only one cell, but here I'm using current region. Let me run this. See, the entire table became bold. Now if you want to make it unbold, remove the bold, say false. Run this. See, bold is removed. So either true or false. So depending on your requirement, you can just change this boolean options, that is true or false. This will make the table as bold or unbold. Okay, fine. Next one, suppose if you want to make it as italic, I'll just change this to italic. Here instead of bold, I'll just say italic. That's all. Run this. Say F5. See, entire table becomes italic. Underline. So go here. Say underline. And here what I'll do? I'll just change this to underline. Run this. See, this underline. If I want to remove it, I'll just say false here. So wherever you don't want that, I can say false. Fine. Next, we'll see how to change the color of the cell. If you want to change the color of the cell, say sub, say change color. We'll make it as cell first, and then we'll see how to make it entire range. Say WKS clear dot range of, let's say, T6 dot range of T6 dot interior dot color. Just put this interior dot color and say equals, mention it as VB red. Let me run this. See, it becomes red. If you want black, say black. See, if you want white, you can change this to white. So you can change this to any color. But what if I don't know the name of the color? Let's say I'll go here, I'll try to shade this color. I don't know what is the name of this color. So in this case, what should I do? I want the cell to be colored in this color. So what we'll do is, we have one more option for these kind of things, that is RGB. How to use that? I'll go here, I'll say RGB. When I say RGB, it will take three parameters. One is for red, green and blue. You have to specify the integer. How to find that? So what you do, just go to this, say so the fill color, click here and say more color. When I click on this more color, see, I can get this red, green and blue. So 255, 217, 102. So I'll specify the same thing. So 255, 217, 102. 255, 117, 102, I think 270, 102. Now if I execute this, see, it is getting this shade. If you want the entire table to be shaded, so what I can do, go here, say current region dot interior color. Now if I run this, see, entire table got shaded like this. So you can use this, any of these options for formatting your table. That is, I can make it bold, then I click underline. It has got an option of true or false. If it is true, it will make it bold, italic or underline. If you say false, it will remove those things. If you want to color the cells, then I can use this interior dot color, wherein I can use either the name by using VB with the color names red, white, blue, orange, whatever. Suppose if I'm not knowing the name of this, then what I can do, I can say dot interior dot color and I can specify it RGB. Then I can specify first is R, then G and then B. So to find that RGB color, so what I have to do, go here to this fill color and then I'll say more colors, select any of the color. Let's say I want something like a green shading like this, say 145, this shading 145, 213, 161. So if I go back, say 145, 216, okay, 112, forgot the number, but I'm just changing this. Say F5, see, the color got changed. So you don't have to bother whether I have to remember every colors. You can use this RGB. This is actually the easiest way of coloring. This one, if you know specific colors, then it is fine. Okay, so I'll stop here for the day. So if you have any doubts, please ask me, I'll clear.